Wow, January just went by. We are already 1 month inside. Like, take a moment for a second to ponder how quickly that went by. Despite the advances happening out there, I think for us, that's currently in this moment in which we are able to interact with one another peacefully. Well, at least to some extent. I mean, even the internet is not peaceful. let's let's be honest about that. But yeah, it's quite an interesting year that this is going to be, both in the physical world as well the digital world, if you will. To reflect on January, I think a lot of interesting things as well happened experience wise. Was able to really understand, like how you could use the language of animation and motion to create an immersive experience. And I really, but really felt at home when I went to Amaze Amsterdam. Everything was just amazing to see, to see the least. You had different works from graduate students. That's for one, which really was fascinating to see. I think all the different visuals and the way you were able to interact with the artworks and the usage of light and sounds to create like a immersive space, if you will. So it was just fascinating. I just felt like a child. I just really felt like a child inside of that place. And in comparison to I went to Next Museum, I can see the kind of audiences both of these installations were attracting, or these exhibitions. I think Next Museums in its current form, like what is being exhibited, concentrates a lot about gender and the questions of if everything is just neutral. And I know I have some friends in which I will say this exhibition is just for them. And compared to the other one I went, which is the Amazing Amsterdam, I felt like that was the exhibition for me. But anyway, I think a lot of learning has been happening throughout January. I've been keeping up sort of like a day-to-day challenge to learn a new thing in order to really hammer in the idea about expression, especially in After Effects. you know it's has been quite hard, not gonna lie. That has been a fascinating journey so far, and still am continuing to pave the path forward, learning new things and the new nuances in which I'm finding by expressions and other things inside of the software. And I managed to sort of create a writing ritual-ish, but that's like more reflective. Like even today, I was reflecting upon this thing right here, YouTubing, because I'm still figuring out what exactly will I love to do with this channel. And there are some channels which I follow that is combining the idea of philosophy with what they're creating, in which they put in one and create phenomenal results that continues to captivate new people. But yeah, and I think moving forward for this channel, what I'm trying to accomplish at least is to have this sort of documentation and struggles in which I express to an extent, because vulnerability isn't about broadcasting everything. If not, it just becomes a commodity. So I don't want this channel to become a commodity where I just like be vulnerable all the time, because that is not the idea. The idea is to still show the trajectory of perhaps me learning motion design right now, and how I'm going through it, what channels I'm doing, which resources, and what are the things and nuances. Yeah. And yeah, so animation and motion wise, there has been some development, as mentioned it. And moving forward, I think it's gonna be a lot about expression still for this upcoming month, or this upcoming month. We're already in February. I mean, for February and most likely March as well. But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I can't complain. I have a roof under my head. I can speak to you guys through this microphone. I have internet I can eat, compared to other people out there just like suffering and going through a lot of things. I think it's moments like these you have to really be thankful and grateful, and just do what you can. And perhaps if fortune comes in your way, you're able to give back to those less fortunate. That's it. And yeah, Brian out.